Okay, welcome to Rick's Corner. I got John Keane back for part 2 because you guys asked about him. And he's willing to talk about anything you want to know about. So we're going to talk, just like we do in the gym, right?
Sure.
Same old stuff. Easy stuff. All right, let's talk about training for a minute. We got into this last time about how heavy you went. And then how you switched around. And I want to talk a little bit more about your diet. What you eat for best results. Because everybody that I see that trains doesn't eat properly. And I was just talking to my son today. My son's up to 213. He's normally about 180. He's getting big. And
Nice.
He says, and I agree with him, that having a protein drink after training is really important.
I was always told that there's a 90-minute window that you leave. And this is really, I don't know if this is an arbitrary number, but I was told 37 grams. But, that could be...
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be, obviously, it can't be the same for everybody. But... It sounds logical to me, so that's something that seems like it always works for the guys I always looked up to. And
well, let me ask you a question: do you eat before you train?
I eat just as long as I'm satiated through training and I'm not hungry, or you don't want to get the shakes, or I just get cranky if I don't eat. I think we all do.
Yeah, but do you eat something?
I do. I usually
have you already had meals during the day?
No, I eat every 3 hours. I prepare my food just because I'm frugal. I prepare my food in the morning. Just cheap Costco. Yeah. Hey,
here we go again.
I'm broke, so I mean, I gotta do what I have to do. So no, I just take my chicken, my salad, and if I have a good meal, I can train for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it's important.
Yeah.
Now, when you're done training, do you eat again? Do you have a protein drink or a protein bar?
Yeah, I have a shake. I have a shake right after.
Okay.
Usually
that was my point. Because I think it's really important. I mean, I have my eggs and oatmeal for breakfast, and then my toast or whatever. And I train. I take a nice big protein drink after, because that's when you've really expended your muscle, and you want to put something back into it to make it grow again. And you don't want to put junk in there.
Yeah, true.
So you have something good going in. Now, is your training split up how many days a week now?
I've been training 6 days a week. If I can get in 7, I'll. I've been like a little kid. You guys have inspired me. I watch Rich, and I see what Rich does.
Yeah.
And I'm like a little kid taking notes. I'm like, hey, if it works for him, look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, so I've been getting decent results off of it, but again, I don't know how much is drug use and how much is just commitment. To be honest with you,
the drug use is a certain extent. More is not necessarily better, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I was running 1,500 milligrams of test. It's funny, my hair's falling out, and then I have a little bald patch. And
yeah, so do I.
Yeah, my girlfriend's like, she's like getting a Sharpie. I'm like, no man does that. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead and finish with this.
There's some guys who do that. I see it dripping down their neck when they get sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have all the old guy products. I have my Rogaine now. I have my little Topic, all ridiculous stuff that I always said no man should do. That or in my old age I have to take.
Hey, we all do. You got to take care of yourself. Not only do you take care of your body and your muscles and everything else, but skin is very important as well. Because skin is the covering on your muscle. It's got to look good. Rich has a lot of tattoos. You have tattoos. I have tattoos. But I also get a little damage from the sun. Skin cancer as you get older, and you got to take care of that as well, because that's what shows your body off. But when we're talking about taking stuff, more is not always better. Eating more is not always better. Eating just enough is works, and taking just enough of what you need to take for any sort of enhancement. I don't want to say exactly drugs, but I will. Less sometimes work better than more.
Yeah, true. I've pulled down to 1,200 milligrams of tests. I've ran 1,000, and then everything else supplemental, and clenbuterol. That's why I'm sweating like an idiot.
I wanted to ask you about that. What about the clenbuterol? What do you think of that?
I'll be honest. I run it year round. I get the cheap liquid Clen, and sometimes I don't shake it. And I was in class the other day, and I'm trying to sign something. I'm shaking, and I'm just sweating, and everybody's like, "What is wrong with this guy?" So it's just embarrassing. But I run that and a little bit of ephedrine HCl. They don't make it, but it's in Primatene tabs. It's only 12.5 milligrams. Now, but you can get it. You can get it over the counter. Have somebody sign for it.
As Primatene?
Yeah, it's also I kind of suck at life. I'm not gonna admit that I'm cheating at studying. I'm cheating at weightlifting, but I can focus for a good 4 to 5 hours. Really good focused study. But if I have to work and I'm working out and I need to pull in to 10 or 11 o'clock at night, if I have a little bit of ephedrine HCl through the day, I can usually get 8 hours, collectively 8 hours.
Okay.
And it's good, it's focused study, because I just, I don't know if it's old age, I start to fade away after 6.
No, you get tired. It's
Yeah,
normal.
true.
Clenbuterol, I've had it in tablets and I've seen it in liquid. Do you notice a body fat loss from taking that?
Definitely, I do, yeah. Yeah, it's noticeable within a week.
Is it really?
Yeah, which growth hormone is not. Arguably, I mean, this is just anecdotally from
I think
my
you're right.
experience.
I don't notice that much on growth hormone at all. When I first started taking it years ago, I actually got Crescormin from a human body, from a pharmacist, and in a week I got ripped. The stuff they have out now either is not real or it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, but it does not rip you up.
True.
And some people say it does. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I was retaining a little bit of water when I was taking it, but and again, like I mentioned before, it's a car payment a month.
Yeah, of course.
So
but the clenbuterol's okay.
Clenbuterol's $15 a month if you can deal with the shakes. It's tough. There's so much forced social interaction in Los Angeles. You never know at any given time in a day. I don't know how many people I want to talk to. I really don't like being shaky and sweaty.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yeah, the guy's obviously on drugs, or he's it's just kind of an odd thing. So I try to find the cusp of where I'll be shaky and sweaty and just pull it a little bit under that. But it's consistent in its inconsistency with a bottle. I mean, I shake it. I think it's just reconstituted crystalline powder and water, sometimes I misdose it, and just like everything else.
Not like anything else.
Yeah.
I took it years ago, and it made me really shaky for a while. And then someone said, don't stay on it all the time, do it for 3 weeks and go off for a couple of weeks. But it actually did cut me up a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I've been on that for years. I've not been off my cycle for 8 years. Just ran it right through.
That's all right. A lot of people do.
Yeah, I know it's all right.
Just minimal because it keeps you in shape.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic though. I mean, I've talked to a couple of pros. They come off. I'm like, that's awful. That bad. I mean, we all have a natural hormonal ebb and flow, and I always want to be on the flow side of the equation, like everybody else. But I feel like I'm like, it's really pathetic that if I come off, am I just not motivated to get out of bed and lift weights? I mean, I can't be a man and just go lift like everybody else. It's really sad.
Well, when you go off and you're off, the training's different.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a sense of well-being.
Exactly.
And there's no sense of, like your first cycle. As soon as you do your injection, you want to get to the gym, and
right, exactly.
But it's pathetic as it is.
Let's talk about what happened to your tricep, because people have mentioned the lump.
Yeah, I saw that. You know what happened? If you guys want a better view, I was injecting with a 20 gauge CC, and it was only 1 inch. I did it fast, and it didn't dissipate. So there it is. It was swollen here. I've had this one. I had to have this one drained. So again, I just have to be a man. Go get it drained.
Well, what was it? What was it you injected in there?
I usually go an anthate.
Oh, so it wasn't synthol.
No. I have no problem with if the guys want to try synthol. It doesn't give you that hard and grainy look when you dye it. It kind of looks. If it did, I'd be the first one. I would be taking it all the time.
It's a weird look.
Yeah, and again, we don't know the long-term side effects of it.
Yeah,
so
it has to go through the body somewhere to come out.
Yeah, I'm worried about infection with it. So,
and it's painful.
I heard that. Yeah, they used to have a sickling. Guys used to stick in their calves when they competed. I never did it, but not opposed to nothing.
I have
against
a bottle of Cycline in the house. I've had there 30 years.
Oh, really?
And it does hurt when you inject it. And you can use a small needle, but it's supposed to pump them up.
Huh.
But it just makes them sore and irritates them, so it's not really muscle, it's just blood going in there. So this actually is this infected?
It is not. And I had an MRI. I tore my, it was, in the past, again, probably just my old age, in the past 4 months, I had to have an MRI done. I said, while you're at it, just look at this. I tore my, that's torn.
Yeah.
I tore my pec in a gym, and then I tore my calf. It was all, the last few months.
You know why?
No, I wish,
from staying on drugs all year. What happens is your muscles get strong, your tendons get weak. Because I've torn things too.
Yeah, this is one after the other. Again, I think it's plus my old age.
How old are you?
41.
Okay, thank you. I'll trade you any day.
Yeah, but
that's not old. It does tear. Things do tear. When you overload on certain things to build your muscle, your tendons take a beating. They just don't grow with it, and they rip. It happens all the time to the wrestlers and certain bodybuilders I know. And I've torn quads. I've torn my tricep. I've torn my delt, and I've torn both quads off. And so it's not a pleasure. By any means, not a pleasure. And it can happen. So you got to be really careful what you do and how you take it. So, but has this hindered your training at all?
Nah, just a little bit of embarrassment.
I don't know. It looks like a muscle to me. So.
Now, at first I'm like, maybe I could, I'm not fooling anybody. It looks, somebody was like, you've been working out your right arm a little bit.
Just inject one on the left side, that'd be even.
I was thinking that, you don't want anybody to think I'm being douchey and like trying to keep it because I think it looks silly. But it's just a matter of getting it. They have to make an incision. I tried to, I shouldn't even say this. Please don't do this. I was draining it with a syringe like I did my shoulder. I'm like, there's a lot in there. So, but it's actually not infected. I thought it was. I mean, it's again.
Well, you could have it drained. Like I've had my knee drained several times, but you got to be very sterile because you can get really bad infection if you don't.
True. Yeah, it's just a matter of checking in the hospital and having it done.
I know.
But,
all right. So your training's going good now?
It is. It's going well. It's going well.
You split your body parts up how?
I usually do chest. I've been again since I watched these. I've been inspired by. Hearing Rich and the guys like Dan Fine at the gym, I've been ramming my sets up. Like I'll just do one body part a day. Actually, I've been doing sometimes legs twice a week, arms twice a week, and it's been pretty effective. I'm like 232 right now, and I'm pretty lean.
Oh, that's good.
And it's up from 225. I know it's a marginal amount, but after I've been training for 30 years, any improvements. Yeah, but like I mentioned last time, usually it's take more drugs. I'm like, well, how about I just train a little bit harder?
Yeah.
So,
well, train harder, but make sure you get the proper rest and diet too.
True.
I had Dave Haft on here. You know Dave?
I love that guy. Yeah.
Well, we talked about him. You remember how big his triceps were?
He's enormous.
Enormous. Now he came on. He's 220 something.
I saw that.
He was 265. And you guys didn't get a good look at him back when he was training at 265. And then someone commented he was down to 145 because he had partied for 2 years, and of course everything went down. But his arms were 22 at 265. He benched 6 something. This guy has never taken a drug. I know you find that hard to believe. He has never taken a drug. He's naturally just a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
And he said the same thing Rich did. He'll go in and take the light dumbbells and do 50 reps.
Yeah.
50 reps on this, 50 reps on tricep, superset in between, more reps, not heavy, and it works. And Rich does the same thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. At school, I always ask some of the kinesiology professors, I'm like, what does science say?
Yeah.
Because we know what anecdotally what I observe in a gym, and what does science say for recuperative ability, and it used to be there were still micro tears on muscle up to I sound like a bro scientist. I'm definitely not trying to do that, but just things we've read, and they said it's still 48 to 72 hours
for recovery.
Yeah, it's just interesting again, what we see anecdotally with natural guys like him.
Yeah.
But they're training.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, the guy's triceps are amazing.
Yeah.
And dips and a little bit of push-ups, and that's it. And he doesn't even do legs.
True.
And I saw his legs today. He's got good calves. Plays tennis.
Nice.
So, you do what works for you. And so you guys wanted John back to talk about some of this stuff, and I did. And if there's any questions you have, we can always come back again. But write them in. Tell me what you want to know, and we'll talk about it. You wanted to talk about his training, his diet, what he was taking, the lump in his arm, what it is. Now you know. It's all out there. It's all real facts, and you're getting the real facts. So I'm happy to bring it to you, and I really thank you for coming down here. I know it's been a long drive.
Again, it's a great honor to be here. The guys were so nice. They were really nice comments. I would make fun of me. I'm surprised nobody made fun of me, but no, just really great. And again, it's an honor to sit in this chair with all the great people.
Well, thanks, John. Here. And thanks for watching Rick's Corner. We'll be back with more next week, and have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Oh, by the way, I want to mention my book before I close out. I have a book, Bodybuilding for Dumbbells, which is basic stuff that we do in the gym, and Rich has done. We've all done it. We did it back in the 70s. It's the diet, it's the routine, it's what we took, injectables, all the things that made it work to get a good body like we had back in the 70s. So it's $10 on my website, rickdrasin.com, Bodybuilding for Dumbbells. Download it. It's a download version. You can have it in 2 seconds, and stay tuned for more. Thanks again. Hi, I'm Rick Drasin. I just want to remind all of you to go to my website and go to my store and go shopping. All you have to do is go to the store and click on the door, and you'll find some of my custom designed t-shirts. You'll find supplements with my name on it, and you'll also find some books that I've written, and I have a new one coming out as well. But I urge you, go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and come into my store and have a look around. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you.